terror. When I'm not busy embalming bodies, which isn't often, I like to relax with some good family reading. Let me introduce you to my personal library of Fangoria, the leader in horror entertainment. What a fascinatingly hideous cover of Freddy Krueger. And devilishly candid reviews of the latest horror videos. And gloriously bloody color photos from the newest Friday the 13th. They're all here in Fangoria. Can I persuade you to subscribe? Customer! Oh, let the dead bodies wait.
There you go. Thank you. Can't hear me. I muted myself while I went away. But yes, The Thing and Species. A long thing I was on about before. Very funny things I was saying while I was muted that I can't remember now. But... So we're looking at Fangoria tonight. Now, can you hear me? Good evening, everyone. Can't hear you. Yes. Hopefully you can hear me now, even though it takes 60 seconds. Hello, Caden. Hello, Upton Dolores, Ian, and Franz, I was saying. Oh, we watched the thing on telly last night. Good. It's always worth a watch. That one. Testing, testicles. Can you hear me? Anyway, enough about me. This is about a magazine. Now, I'll let you see which one you want to do first. The Thing first from, can't see a date on it. It just says random codes. Number 21. From 1982, off 144 from 1985. There he is. Someone cut him off not paying his bill, or he got caught out for stealing the internet. One or the other. But if I bring them up, then you can have a look. So there's The Thing, and there's The Species. Probably we'll be doing Halloween 3 another night. I've got all PDFs. No, they're not even PDFs. They're other files I have to convert to PDFs. Yes, bloody talk. It's not Mike's fault. It's never Mike's fault. He paid the bills, I'm sure. But Fran says, I don't know why, but Fangoria seems like a bit passé by the time Species came out. There were a lot more film mags on the market by then. That is true. But this one covers Batman Forever and Dredd. Sorry, Judge Dredd, it should be. But there might be some interesting things in there. Happy Easter and take care from Caden. Thank you. That's very nice. You take care too. And a happy Easter to all. I'm trying to think. There's any, what is it, Beaster Day? Beaster Day is a horror film I'll be watching later. From the man that did Playmate of the Apes. Natasha Henstridge is the more misplaced eye. There is the logo. What did they go with instead? Men can't resist her. Mankind may not survive her. That's pretty good, but yeah, not as good as that. Does anyone read The Dark Side? I never even read The Dark Side. I read Fangoria. I never read Dark Side. Didn't like the font. The warmest is Matilda May. Franz and Michael Myers are here. Good evening, gentlemen. Yes. My best buds in this situation of being live. Always have my back, don't you guys? Thanks for being here. This is a toast for Michael and Franz. That's your real names. Yes, Fangoria is 80s, but we'll start with the 80s one then, just for that sake. And let's have a look. Do they cover these magazines now if they have horror on them, like they do with the porns? I don't know what that face at the bottom is. We've got The Sword and the Sorcerer, not The Slave and the Sorcerer, which is pretty good. And we've got Friday the 13th, part 3 in 3D coming up. Craig Reardon, is he do special effects or is he an actor? I'm out of touch. Right, let's see what the first page is. It's those bloody masks again. I'm not sure about the Viking on the top left. Prickle Puss. The Henchman. I think my favorite would be maybe The Phantom, number 4. Used to read The Dark Side. I think it's still going. Probably a tenner issue by now. Yes, Empire was the same, wasn't it? It went for £1 back in the day, and then it's up to about £6-7 now. But just send your check or postal order. So what's in this magazine? The draft Zashaby's campaign. Rob Bottin, Craig Reardon, who is the Poltergeist makeup effects artist. They go The Pit and the Pen, The Sword and the Sorcerer, Cronenberg, Landis, and Carpenter. D. Wallace. Ooh, I must get in touch with D. Wallace. I've got to pick a date. John Waters, Art of Awful. Are You a Vampire? Step Out into the Sun and See. From Mexico with Hammerlock, Part 2. Joe Blasco, and there's Friday the 13th, and the Classified Ags, which are always very good. Head On looks like Kenneth Williams. Yes, right. There we go. Yeah, I bought a copy of Fangoria, though I vaguely remember seeing it in some shops. Oh, never bought a copy. No, I've never bought a copy. I've read a copy there, here and there, but yeah, never bought one. But here we go. The letters. I'm an absolute gore freak. I finally saw, after a long wait, The Beast Within by director Philip Morar. The Beast has got to make. The man has got to make several more movies like The Beast Within. It was fantastic, and the gore was dynamite. I loved every minute of it. I loved the transformation sequence, which was done greatly by Tom Berman. Excuse my reading. I haven't got my glasses. Obviously need them. I can't read this print. See. There we go. Leatherface, Sadistic Trash, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a perverted, depressing piece of crap, which is by far the worst horror slasher film I've ever seen. I don't enjoy watching people getting impaled on meat hooks or being hacked apart via chainsaw, and I don't think other competent moviegoers do either. Not scary, TCM is instead unsettlingly real with its documentary-style photography intertwined with bizarre camera angles, sure. It's a test of endurance, but it's extremely painful and distasteful one. And I don't usually get offended by gore. Admittedly, TCM has little of that. And I do enjoy the viewing work of Carpenter, Cronenberg, and Romero. It's just TCM went overboard with its implied sadism. It's not fun to watch. No artistic integrity whatsoever. And it was a sickeningly exploitation film. One which I hope future film fans will steer clear of. I urge you, Fangorians, to use good taste in your viewing so that future trash does not get labeled as classic material. We say to that, don't we? That green mask was weird. I never read SFX either. What's a competent moviegoer? I think it says competent moviegoer. ABC. I've lost it now, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it said that. Imagine TikTokers going to the effort of writing a letter, putting it up, sending it into a magazine. Not with the cost of stamps now. I think someone who agrees with that one who wrote the letter. Ooh. And then getting a complete bonk on when it gets published. Exactly. How dare they? Wake up, you meatball. Tell me if you've ever heard of a movie called Crimson Red. I don't know if it was the title or not, but I do know it was played with H.G. Lewis's classic 2000 Maniacs once. It was about a man who tortured women in various ways. I asked everyone I know about it, but no one has ever heard of it. If you have heard of it, if you've never heard of it, then I must have dreamed it. But yeah, some of that's a bit blurry. Well, that was obviously brainwashed by someone on the Video Tasties panel. Yeah, I got TCM. I know all the cool words. Here, see, look, there it is, right in front of me. I don't hate it. Anyone who paid to see Snow White is an incompetent moviegoer, yes. Oh, Video Nazis. So thank you. I was going to say, what have I done? I wonder what the guy thought Texas Chainsaw Massacre to a dog will hunt. I threw out my original attack on Fangoria magazines. Why, you ask? A woman. Ha, you say it. It was a woman. Yes. We love them, don't we? Even though they make us get rid of stuff. I had a Lakers jacket, American baseball style jacket I got rid of because she didn't like it. There's one called Curse of the Crimson Altar. Maybe. But let's carry on. There we go. Post your things here. What's that? The girls were just faint. What's this? Oh, was it something you can buy? Right, there's Craig Reardon. So he has done for Halloween 1980. Maybe I mentioned that right. 6 weeks later, we haven't been able to shake loose any photos of Chris Reardon's work as it appears in Poltergeist or even the E.T. Nevertheless, we forge ahead with the story of Reardon's career, Hathor, and the contributions to Extraterrestrial and some brief news. Well, I guess it was hard to get photos back then. Yes, just like in both things, you have to show it to the Laker girls. Hang on, let me move me over so you can get this. Make it bigger, as it were. There we go. I don't know if that's better or worse. Shame I can't crop the background, but there we go. He's there with Mike McCracken. Visited the master mold maker G. Pendleton in the Poltergeist shop. So that's his face. And explained in greater detail last issue, Reardon's version of the White Goblin and his mechanical grinning head were filmed but not used in the release version of Poltergeist. I seem to remember that spindly thing going in a lot of bright light. Maybe. But yeah, I don't see where that woman would be. Maybe one of the dead. I don't know. Then we've got the Funhouse creature, was built by Reardon after Rick Baker designed and sculpted its by split in half head or double head. No, it's not Funhouse. I got its playground, thanks to the Dr. Impossible. And then, Reardon's live-action Dragon will announce a new line of video game cartridges on national TV this fall. There you go. Has anyone seen that? There you go. The thing. Was it Rob Botton that had to go away with exhaustion, and Rick Baker had to come back and do the bits on the thing while he recovered? But yeah. Although publicity shots of various incarnations of the thing were forbidden in an extreme effort to preserve pre-release secrecy, John Carpenter and Universal obliged us with a series of film frames depicting the excruciating demise of Norris in what is definitely the film's most spectacular and settling effect scenes. Well, yeah, that is the end of it, isn't it? But what do we got here? There you go. Bottom pays homage to his werewolf origins as he pressed the snack on the unfortunate Norwegian. The head of Norris makes a spectacular exit stage left. Maybe we'll see Demi. She was in Parasite around this time. We'll see. With Hallahan in place, Dean Cundey, Carpenter, and Bowden block out the scene that will lead into an elaborate effect sequence. Its effects were filmed as a separate unit. All three men had to pay extra attention to detail in order to ensure a perfect match. Yes, bloody Dean Cundey. Had me on the hook for ages for an interview. Trouble is, you have to go through his missus. And she's they're making a documentary about him. So when I came back and they say, okay, yeah, let's go. And then we're making a documentary. What are you going to ask him? I said all sorts of stuff. And I said, no, well, we'll cover that in the documentary. So you don't need to interview. But we'll see. And suffice to say, I got the last laugh. Oh, did anyone ever read anything from the adverts in Fangoria? I was always interested in the slasher film t-shirts or the shithead hat. Not really, okay. Well, we'll see. I don't think I got that far. I just bypassed the adverts. I don't think I got much of a release. No, I didn't even know it existed until a few weeks ago. So we've got the pet in the bin. The villain looms ominously as in the back whispers. A rare film now available on Black Hawk Films. Parasite's pretty shit, apart from the lovely Demi Moore's appearance. A pre-Boston Blackie Chester Morris spies on co-star Una Merkel in the Bat Whispers. I wonder if Al's covered that. Here's the sword and the sorcerer. Yes, I miss the times when magazines were the only way of finding stuff out. Yeah, exactly. It's more of a surprise than 1,000 things on the internet. Speaks about her surprise fantasy hit. I'm trying to think. The Sword and Sorcerer. None of this is ringing a bell, even though I've seen it. In addition to fast-paced action and strong mythical atmosphere, The Sword and the Sorcerer boast some outstanding makeup effects, such as the grotesque sorcerer and the actor George Maharis transformation. I'm sure I've seen it, but yeah. Alligators, scripted by John Sayles, was the first Brandon Chase production to gain national attention. Do love a bit of Alligator. And of course, it's nowhere near me. Yeah. Solid. Would like that in 3D. I'm sure, yes. Parasite in 3D. It's pretty surgery, but I haven't seen it in 3D. You can't polish a turd, though. Right, so here we go. We got after escaping torturous captivity, Talon races through the enemy's castle to catch up with his arch foe. There's Alligator. The huge title creature goes on a rampage. Excellent special effects. Yes. Hollywood horror t-shirt makers always seem to have no clue what size is. Yes. Somehow I'm an extra large now, even though I haven't changed body shape that much. In one Sword and Sorcerer's big effect scene, faces on the wall of a mausoleum comes to life as Zuzia is resurrected. Talon and Cromwell settle 11-year-old score in the climax of Chase's summer fantasy hit. 3D demi. Yes. I'm going to watch Sword and Sorcerer when we finish, as it's on Amazon Prime, and I've been wanting to see it since the late 80s. If I didn't have what I should call Beaster to watch, I will watch it. There we go. There's Dee Wallace. And that's Christopher Stone. Is that from The Howling? The real life couple, Dee Wallace and Christopher Stone, as a menaced in the movie couple Joe Dante is The Howling. Okay. I think ITV showed Sword and Sorcerer back in the 80s. We tried watching Sword and Sorcerer recently. I just couldn't get into it. Okay. Maybe you should watch this Slave and the Sorcerer. I used to get so thoroughly drunk when Empire Total Film came out. No, there's no point buying them, and Total Film doesn't exist anymore. Oh, yeah, I can remember now. Isn't that Total Recall? Isn't that for Michael Myers? I think Sword is the movie where the stunt guy died flying off a cliff. They left the shot in the film. Maybe it's what he would have wanted. But there you go, Dee Wallace with Drew Barrymore in Spielberg's E.T. Was that film with E.T.'s mom in it? It was The Howling. Cut out the final print of The Howling was Slim Pickens' favorite scene in the picture. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember a hot tub scene. So yeah, I think I got Poltergeist handy. And I got The Howling handy. I do like that poster. Even though it doesn't really show. Is it her that's got the wolf hands? Yes, I used to read Empire cover to cover and absolutely love reading such magazine. Can't remember the last time I read anything printed book bag or newspaper. Yes, I'm beginning to feel the same. I used to read all the articles I wanted in Empire, then go back to the beginning and start again for the stuff I didn't get. Yeah, Howling's not bad. Howling 2's better, though. The only magazines to pop are TV listings because of the old biddies. That is also true. I think Warris married the guy she's with in the film. There you go. The shot of the stuntman falling off, you can tell Charlie struggles as he falls. It's disturbing. Yeah, well, it is now. I know it. That. The Howling, Marsha, says my teenage self. Yes. Didn't she not know she was going to be shown naked? Even though it's in the firelight. Hot tub scene is in the DVD extras. There you go. Thank you. Online journalism is bloody terrible, though. Yes, it is. It doesn't hold a candle to print. Hey, there's Stacey. An article about nothing but trouble called it Git and Valkenvania. I seem to remember something like that. Hey, there he is. Dr. Impossible. Watched The Blob 2 nights ago. Those Tony Gardner makeup effects are still remarkably gut-churning, wonderful to admire. I just felt sick watching it this evening. Yes, it's no holds barred, that one. Poor old Erica. It's all sad for me. So there we go. A discussion with Landis, Cronenberg, and Carpenter. And there's Mick Garris. Is he doing the interview? The last words attributed to Carpenter's last issue were actually said by David Cronenberg. Once again, we remind you that Take One is available as videotaped television special. Cable and local television programs are advised to contact Mick Garris and care of the Universal Studios for further information. And there you go. Yeah, it says, what's it? Blob, Son of Blob, and then the Blob remake, isn't it? Websites like Screenrant aren't worth the bandwidth. No, they're not. I used to read them all the time for news and stuff, but now I haven't touched them in years. And the amount of ads on these fucking websites, it's just like the whole thing around it and then popping up on the side and popping up in the fucking middle. And they're not even got any tits in them. The Howling was a great second time I got to see the Garden Afterlife Force. Kindred spirits, Mike. Kindred spirits. Or Michael. I love both versions of The Fly. There you go. So, yes. What is that? That's Fly. Isn't there a sequel to Fly in the olden days? And then there's the Fly remake, and then there's the Fly 2 with the poor doggy. But, you know, Mike, I've got 3 mics now. Has anyone tried negotiating any newspaper websites trickier than Rubik's Cube? Yeah. You like start reading, get past some adverts, and then the pop out advert for whatever's popping at the time comes up. So you have to close it so you can see the newspaper article. Then you scroll down, and halfway through it says, please support us if you want to read the rest. It's like, fuck off. All those adverts I just fucking waded through. Cronenberg is the only one still going, and he's even talking about retiring. Yeah, but what's his last film that anyone of note would have seen, or even cinema release? He's done a few, but I haven't seen them. You know, Schlock with John Landis takes some time out with his fans. There he is, and pals it up with some Lupin actors in American Werewolf. But yeah, there we go. So Kurt Russell gets married, but don't worry, don't worry, girls, it's just the movie Elvis. John Carpenter reveals the only movie that ever offered him was Bloodfest. But yeah, so this is, what did we say? This 82. Was it Escape from New York 81, then Thing 82? And this is before it got released, I guess. The special effects were primarily centered on the venereal parasite. I beg your pardon, says Landis. Yes, I would accept that description, says Cronenberg Garris. Yeah. No off topics. Hang on. Oh, a lot of stuff came in. Unlike using the old school film reels, easier to read newspapers on them sites. Yes. I think the problem with most online journalism isn't written either by proper journalists or genuine fans, enthusiasts, or such. Just copy paste, chat BT. That is definitely true. The cover of the making of the long delayed and stalled 90s G.I. Joe movie before one was there you go. What was that? Okay. His son is picking things up, hopefully. Oh, the Cronenbergs. Off topic. But why have they cast 8-year-old John Lithgow in a show that's going to run for 10 plus years? What's that? Is that Harry Potter? From Beyond is another. I need to watch that again. That's got lovely Barbara Crampton, who's another one that's so busy. She's too busy. Can't stand newspapers, even online ones. Yeah. He's got a film coming out called The Shrouds. Sounds warped, but what you want from Cronenberg? Yes, indeed. I watched that really bad 80s satire called Blood Tracks. Yes. So Argento is kind of still going, but unfortunately now makes nothing but crap. Yeah. Right. So James Woods is obviously up to some sort of antisocial devilry in this scene from Cronenberg's Videodrome. And Cronenberg oversees his domain of TV junkies in the forthcoming epic of sex and violence, media madness. There you go. Cronenberg's Videodrome, I guess, is coming out. Right, here we go. The Blood Boutique. Amateur filmmakers, makeup beginners, and Halloweeners have asked the same question, but where do I get it? Professional quality makeup supplies. So you got crepe hair, makeup pencils, blackout wax, nose putty, liquid latex, spirit gum, mortician's wax, imported blood specialties, and blood for formal wear. All good stage blood has the sheen consistency and the color of the real thing, but this formula has one we know that will not stain most fabrics. Be sure to test it first, not to be used in the mouth. The Bob Kelly makeup kit for only $46. Dark Glasses was decent. Argento must be 80 odd. Yeah, he never looked full of life. Still struggling to defend the Dracula film, although I've got to say it's a 3D Argento film. Dark Glasses cover was totally from They Live. Mark Peachy from Salem's Lot would be so excited. I was just thinking, who would want such a thing? I thought, I know. Him or Friday the 13th Part 4's Corey Haim, Feldman. So the king of the horror show host talks about his life and ghoul in the first entry in our horror host series. Yes, horror hosts, something we don't have at all. I guess, what's that name? Caroline had a Friday night show, which obviously I keep missing because I'm on the app. The king of horror shows. Who is it? Joe Zachary. Anyone know this guy? Oh, there you go. Dracula 3D was one of the first films I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen anything from Argento post Stenhall syndrome. I should probably keep it that way. Bless him. Playing cards with his coffin-ridden wife. Nothing. Alex Cox. A delicate experiment utilizing cauliflower brains. The TV ghoul makes a public appearance on the height of Zacharomania in Philadelphia. Well, we got a Argento's Phantom of the Opera. A positive King of Horror hosts. Dr. Terror bringing him back. I did get in hold of him. Well, I tried to, but who is he? I'm trying to think. He's an actor you've probably seen, but I don't think he's coming back to Dr. Terror anytime soon. Though I'm sure Sleepless is worth a watch because of Max von Sydow. He's always worth a watch. Sleepless was anyone from around that time that was kind of watchable. Sad times. The meeting of Ghoul, Zach meets West Coast horror host Vampire. Vampira the second at the airport while Femme Fatale plugs a monster novelty record by Spike Jones. While on FM disc jockey, Zachary, what is that? I can't even read it. Zachary made publicity appearance for such films as Dracula AD 1972. He started to look like The Exorcist for real by this point, yes. Always gets me. That's it. Guy Henry, that was it. Played Tarkin in Rogue One, played Dr. Terror. Yes, that's it. Thank you. I'm trying to think. He was in Star Wars, but which one? I really don't think much of Trauma, to be honest. I don't do much of his daughter in that one. Generally thought Argento was dead. Glad he's still alive, yes. Oh, bless him. Right, where are we? The TV, yeah, that's not this. The Twilight Zone magazine. Never a fan of the Twilight Zone series. Or I did watch the remake of that other series in the 90s. There's John Waters, Ultimate Siege. You be the judge. Don't know whether. Never liked. Well, I don't think I've seen many of his films actually. I don't think I've seen anyone. Is it Crybaby? I haven't seen Crybaby. Not seen Pink Flamingos. What's this one? Once the star of many epics as Gunbelt, Battlecry, The Sea Chase, and Ride the Wild Surf, Ted Hunter plays Todd Tomorrow, Divine's playboy seducer in Polyester. Not seen Polyester. A role model for today's youth. King as Dexter Fishbault in Polyester. I can't see surprised Eric Idle isn't dead. Yeah, him and Cleese look very, very old. I thought he was dead too. Trauma was the first Argento I ever saw. I'm surprised I didn't give up at that point. Yeah. Italian horror is not for me either. Luckily, JT's not here to hear it. But yeah. Yeah, John Waters. Right. Divine, the undisputed star of the Waters repertoire company. Needed we say more? Let's see. Eat Your Makeup. His first in 16 with tape-recorded sound, a deranged governess kidnaps and tortures high fashion models, a merciful 40 minutes in length. Oh, this is his films. Polyester, filmed in 35mm and odorama. Waters portrays the typical American family as consisting of fetishists, nymphopunks, and adulterers. Tab Hunter makes love to Divine. Audiences are commanded to scratch and sniff a dozen repulsive odors, and sheepish toadies do as they're told. Oh, first Argento I saw was Stenhall. A new one or an old one? Pink Flamingos is fun in the grindhouse kind of way. Crybaby is watchable, and Amy Locane is nice. Yes, isn't Tracy Lords in one of them? What's the Vampire Research Center in New York? In the course of his study of the living dead, he has become increasingly convinced that there are far more vampires inhabiting the mortal world than they might expect. In true scientific experiment, is determined to gather as much verifiable data as possible in the vast underground population, a race reported to prefer shadow to light, night to day. The Vampire Research Center's 1981 census, in many ways, a successful trial for the broader scope and wider distribution. Fangoria is probably taking part in the groundbreaking study, one of the doubtfully becoming a landmark in the infant science of vampirology. Yeah, I did think Ira Idol had been ill. That's why I've not been around. But isn't he broke as well now? And that's him and John Cleese doing anything for money. I can't tell which ones I've seen of Argento. They're very unforgettable. Frank Rose has a scene where Eggman, who delivers eggs, how does that become a thing? He'd be making big money this time. Tracy's in Crybaby. Okay. When she went legit. Well, I guess he got lucky. Too bad Amy Locane is a psycho in real life. Nuts. It's always the fit ones. Yeah. Mad in the Head. Pink Flamingos has a scene with a chicken. Yeah, this is enough for me. Always look on. Yes. I saw there were issues of some kind. Okay. Right. So here is the age vampire, age human. So I guess yes. What do you? Oh yeah. Are you offended by cross? Unlike holy water steak, as in STEAK, and steak STAK, both there. Star 5-pointed star of David or consecrated wafers. Are you employed in a funeral party or a cemetery? Right, here we go. The records. What records have we got? We've got Piranha, Howling, Tourist Trap, Dressed to Kill, Dawn of the Dead, Martin, Halloween 2, Escape from New York, Mad Max. Too small to make out. Phantasm and Swamp Thing. If you want one of those records, it's only going to cost you $8 in postage. £4.20 postage each. Which is that? So that's about 16 quid now for postage, which is cheaper than what it actually is now. But yeah, each record is 8 quid. That's very good. I'll leave the morbid chat for now. Right, there we go. So the Mexican horror wrestling saga continues. This isn't the bloke Al introduced me to. Skip past wrestling. You look at those these days and they're laser discs. Yes, I have to double check things. Amy Locane from Crybaby got the goodie out in what I think is called Acts of Love. Unfortunately, it's a love scene with an old Dennis Hopper. 50-50 on that one, isn't it? Oh, there's a Friday the 13th, isn't it? In this scene from Santa, it's fucking Santa, and the Blue Demons versus Dracula and the Wolfman, we see that the Mexicans were experimenting in splatter and gore years before Friday the 13th. There we go. Now we get to come into your universe. Apocalypse. Oh, The Game of World War III, Doctor Who magazine with Tom Baker. Valley of the Four Winds and The Warlock, The Game of Dueling Wizards. But away we go. Yeah, we're wrestling though. Right. Oh, look. There we go. Now it's sold. The Halloween 3 masks by Don Post. Oh, hang on. Nightmare 3 by... Oh, this horrendous head is $200 back then. Whereas the Pumpkinhead is $40, Green Witch is $50, and the Skull is only $60, which I don't get. But yeah, I would definitely buy those back then. I have 3 of those board games. All the cool dudes hang out here. Fighting the ladies, I'll find you in. What was it called? Acts of Love. I might have seen it back in the day. Still time to do Aussie Vacation. That would be a film, wouldn't it? Old Chevy Chase and Eric Idle in Australia. That's what I was thinking that. Would they survive? Because they weren't built to last, were they, back then? More, what is that? Wrestling. Santo. Send this to Al. Right. Who's this? The fuck is this? Advanced Prosthetics. Okay, we've got Joe Blanco, part 2. The makeup. There you go. There is a place where people learn to do that strange stuff. Professor Joe prepares to take his class in the realm of advanced cosmosonic. Those masks look very much like the ones in the movie, but don't remember the skull being that green. Yeah, here's a very... let's go back up. Yeah, it was more white with green hint, wasn't it? But yes, I think, yeah, they got Don Post. I think 2 of the masks were already made by Don Post, and then they made one special for the film. I don't know which one it was, though. But then I think he was given the rights to the masks to make money off them. That's the only reason he did it. As far as I remember from my Halloween 3 watch parties. Here we go. Do your own makeup. I bought Space Marine back in the day, didn't understand the fucking thing. Chucked away. I've seen Space Marine advertised a few times. Thought, that looks interesting, but then I thought, no, I ain't got time for that. Put 20-sided dice. Those masks are pretty awesome, even if they're from the film I'm not in. You're on the telly at one point. The, what's it called? The Immortal Classic. Oh, Halloween 3 VHS What's Overtime. What? No. Where is it? Let me double check. Nightmares. My baby. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Halloween 3 season of the witch. Actually, I got a tape that doesn't have any fucking mold on it. It makes that fucking difference. Played it 2 years ago when we watched it. I wonder if he rot snakes and cockroaches. When they rot snakes and cockroaches. Yeah, a few spiders might run out of them as well. I just checked, and Amy Looking got released from prison a few months ago. So she's saying she's available for an interview. Oh, I still have all my old Games Workshop and Warhammer stuff. I'm on a magnet. Hey, some of those games are expensive, so yeah, who got them? That is Riz, as I think the children call it. It was called Razzle back in my day. That song definitely rocked. I'd forgotten about that. She's total fire in Acts of Love, but yeah, you also get to see Hopper's knob. Strange that Halloween 3 never received a 18 certificate. Where is it? Yeah, it is 15. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, all the others are 18s. That is weird. I guess slashes are different. She would be a scoop worth a try. I'm not sure. I'll look her up later. I'll see what images. She might be a crack whore now. We'll do anything. But yeah, because construction makeup by student artist Sylvani. An all-wax devil. A class prosthetics project designed by teacher Matthew Muggle. Test dummy makeup produced by Mungle for Chevy commercial. There you go. Exercise and Ugly by student Linda LaFlavor. A prosthetic ape by Mitchell Shaw. There we go. Here we go. Friday the 13th with some spoilers, so don't look. Oh, it's going to happen. These things, especially the X rentals, are piled up very poorly. The shelf. As you can see, the shelves, the X rentals are down the side of the shelf. Behind the wizard's cloak. Right. Cooper was obviously hooped out of his mind at that time. Might have been when he was clear of mind. If he saw that's in front of him. To be honest, she looks a bit of all right in a milky sort of way. Oh, we do like the milfs. Like Uncle Buckbench, all that shit falls in the closet. Yes, I ain't got bowling ball. I got a Freddy's Dead X rental at the top there. So that could do some damage. So here we go. Director plans a minor masterpiece. Could this be the end of Jason? Eye violence continues to be a cinema favorite. So yes, part 3 coming out. Anyone excited for that with its disco? No, more spoilers. Gloria, but I guess you know any character's going to get it. Halloween 3 was an uncut 15 in cinemas apparently, but got bits out on video. Of course it bloody did. Gloria Charles pitches. Isn't she in Demons or something? Is that where I've seen her? Valiantly integrating the cast of Friday the 13th Part 3 in a departure from the White Teens Peril formula. I saw a movie called The Last Movie of Hopper. He was definitely on something in that film. I'm thinking of a Hopper fan. I'm surprised I never saw Axel Love. He directed The Hotspot and Chasers. So he's completely a bit of a horn dog. Yes, liked his blondes, did he? Oh, there we go. Look at that. So yes, Crystal Lake vacationers find that their gaity cut short by a fiend in a hockey mask as Jason slices his way through another cinematic epic. I guess yes, this is the first time Jason would be in a hockey mask, isn't it? But everyone's saying, yeah, he's not right without his sack head. Oh no, there's that. I think that shot's cut from the VHS. It's just the end of Jason. Are we kidding? Yeah, this showed him hang. This showed him with an axe in his head. The lack of blood on this kill always makes me laugh. There's a few drips from him. He's emptied out. Some artwork. Right, here we go. What's coming our way? Zoom in and enhance with this one. Incubus is the last ready for release from Film Ventures International, with the good word leaking from advanced screenings. If the film has a bit of a hook, it's bound to raise some controversy. Ray Russell's novel concerns a series of brutal deaths, campus co-heads who die as a result of grape soda by an overly endowed demon, and boasts a particularly twisted ending. What we heard of the plot indicates there have been some major revisions to the story, as adapted by George Franklin from Russell's overtly trashy novel. John Hugh, who is very socially responsible in his personal life, we hear, who did Biggles, didn't he? Directed and Heritho-respected actors John Cassavetes and John Ireland, have already cashed their checks. Now, has that come out? Oh yeah, he did direct Colours, wasn't it? I still need to rewatch that with Deval. Then we got National Slaughter Lampoon. Yes, ABC Motion Pictures has the gruesome brew with this National Lampoon's Class Reunion. It's the name of it. Yes, I do enjoy it. It's completely crap, but it's a bit of fun. National concludes it's a rude and outrageous comedy, and not only spoofs. It is definitely not for modern audiences. Celebrity Month since publishing Fangoria. Oh, that's nothing. It's all started when Johnny Legend dropped a bite to shoot the breeze. Johnny Legend, in case you didn't know, is the rockabilly wrestling horror entrepreneur who composed the song to the end of all songs, Pencil Neck Geek. Let's have a look. Anything else? Night of the Really Dead People. From Pittsburgh, the home of zombie excellence, comes a horror comedy about the new kind of living dead, people who are turned into zombies by excessive TV watching. Night of the Really Dead People is being produced, written and directed by Rudy Ritchie, co-producer of Night of the Living Dead, and Ray Bright. The producers hope to begin shooting sometime this fall. The setting for this picture is a futuristic condominium community called Heavenly Ferns, where portable and wall-sized television screens dominate the living room area and unlimited, unending, and unbearable cable programming. What does that sound like? It's all fine. It's all completely chaotic and heavily firms until there is a blackout and all hell breaks loose as the populace, maddened by television withdrawal symptoms, become snaringly video zombies. More of the Pittsburgh madness in future issues. Anyone heard of that one? Oh, yes, Flashback's a good one. I think the girls reads a copy in Hamlet. See, I think you're correct. Just ringing a bell. Hopper went. Yeah, Hopper. Yeah, because Flashback he's in. Yeah, FBI agent Keith Sutherland taking old hippie and then learning lessons along the way. But yeah, I remember that. Not heard of the that one, Mars, but as to as unfortunately, but he has unfortunately running around nude in the last movie. Oh dear. Yep, it's a hippie version of Midnight Run. That's what I was thinking. I do like Hopper, but he's fun even in crap. The Simon Corley actor. Well, yeah. Well, if you think he had Speed, was it Speed, Waterworld, and Super Mario Brothers in the mid '90s, didn't he? In brief, if you notice, there are no that might irritate you. Creepshow special effects articles in this issue. It's because the release has been delayed. We don't want to spill the beans on all of Salvini's effects until you have a chance to see it. There you go. Rest in peace. Now to be released as One Dark Night. That is. Don't I know someone that directed that? Damn, print's too bad. Never mind. Carry on. Hopper, Jim Hopper. Flashback. Oh, Catch Fire. Yes. I remember those two now. So, coming up in comics, Dracula, Lord of the Vampires. So, here we go. The video wire Dr. Cyclops. Children shouldn't play with dead things. The Losers by Electric Video. 1970 war movie cannot really be called a horror picture, but it's a movie about Hell's Angels on a commando mission in Vietnam can certainly be classified as fantastic. Producer Joe Solomon, the king of the biker pictures. William Smith, of course, the John Wayne of biker movies. Yes, that's him. And they got Werewolves on Wheels. Oh, I watched Werewolves on Wheels. It's quite bad. That's not you think. You think with a title like that, the exploitation producer extraordinaire Joe Solomon at the helm, the movie would have to be great. Just think of it: werewolf bikers jumping down the road on their way to Harley's. What could go wrong? Well, Werewolves on Wheels is a demonstration of just how wrong it can go. Yes, I don't even remember a werewolf in the bloody film. And then you got Plan 9 from Outer Space. There we go. Probably Helena Smith these days. Catch Fire is pretty decent. Yes, that's one. I seem to remember Jodie Foster on a bed with a holding up a bedding whilst Hopper sits on the bed or something as the cover. I could be wrong. I wonder if there's a Catch Back. Catch Fire, yes, that's it. Right. Continuing from Sorcerers. Okay. Let me have a quick look at the classifieds. Wanted any information on special effects, makeup, or special effects artists? Please send to Bill Powell. Let's have a look. Jack Nicholson did a great job in The Shining. Oh, the Shinging. They put a G in the middle. Keith Fox, future special effects and makeup artist. How about an article on Dee Wallace or Belinda Balinsky? More Carpenter and Bottin. Fans of gore, makeup effects. Rick Baker. Oh, fans of Rick Baker. Okay. Dear John Cyril, we love you. Wanted pen pals, Alex. Stephen King books, Scanners, Salem's Lot, Doctor Who, Starburst, T. Grimes. That's the name of him. Okay. Wanted to meet or write to females looking like Anne Margaret. That's Paul Smith in San Antonio. The New Zealand, without the D, Kiwi, eats roots and leaves. The best little bit of the whole damn world. Yeah? Oh, I see, yes. I want more stop motion movies, says Pierre. Damn everything except Gorgeous Girls, Rock and Roll, and Fangoria. Let's see more Hammer films. Roger, dance with me, you toad. Archie Borders. Happy birthday, Cheryl. Someone's a punk. The gory photos are something else. I wish some were posters. Photo Freak says that. I love Fangoria. Friday the 13th. Wanted 10 best worst lists. Send to John Kraft. Spielberg, Lucas, you are my idols. To buy or trade Super 8 films, especially Hammer. This guy didn't put his address on the ad. There we go. If anyone wants to send those. It's definitely the was it the Craigslist before the Craigslist serial killers, wasn't it? Daniel F. Judy. Thanks for everything, Ray. especially from latex. Oh, especially foam latex. Oh dear. Probably sent on paper with some cut out letters like a blonde weirdo in the bodyguard. Who likes to sniff hair? Right. Hobbies. 1983 catalog, 200 pages, thousands of chemicals, glassware, science, hobby equipment. The Dark, the game that gets you. I thought it said anal, but it says something else. Moan, shriek, prowl, and sneak. Something around that. Special effects. Yeah. Best of British. Right, coming in style of 2 things. So here we go, more magazines. You can throw a stick at. There's a longer cut, catch fire. From winning the Academy Award and with the accused to catch fire. Yeah. I guess a lot of people pay the rent. Catch Fire was one of those films that entered my 90 Channel 4 where there was still a cool channel that would screen the things others wouldn't touch. Yeah. Saw a lot of films back then that can't get hold of. But here we go. Driller Killer. Drive-In Massacre. Snuff. And Blood Feast. The Annals of Horror. Violent video cassettes. Regular price $54.95 to $64.95. So if we're going to buy 4 times the price, that's a lot of money. We got my Driller Killer, but I think it's cut. Or is it just not that interesting as a film? I remember seeing that one. It's called Backtrack. Bloody hell. All these names. Oh, there we go. We've got full-size posters here. She seems to be missing her lower half. But she kept her bra on. Oh, that's the final page. Right. On to Species. How many pages? Only 84. What time are we? I keep forgetting it feels like a Saturday. It's a bank holiday weekend here. I have to say, Late Night Film Forward was still not a bad channel, so show something intriguing and unexpected old school stuff. Of course, on Good Friday. I thought it was Good Friday. It says on the ad you can get them in PAL too. Oh, did it? Where does it say that? I spit on your grave, slave of the cannibal goo. I guess is that the full title? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Bogeyman, Zombie. Okay, I'm going blind. It's all this small text. Drake's Feast. Yes. Again, yeah. Although that was the only way to see them back then, I guess. Right, anyway, let's see what loveliness we have in Species. Right, we got is that a video game or is that a, oh no, is that a card game? The Deckmaster trading card game on Gothic Intrigue, formerly JT had. Suggested for mature players. Ooh, at the very bottom. Where you want it? Yeah, fine. Oh, yeah, all these are available in PAL format. Does that mean they're all in PAL format already? They do after 12 a.m., but they always show too much mainstream out. But Channel 4 doesn't feel much different from any other channels these days, yes. I had to sit through many a daytime TV last week, and still finding crafty ways to get the nasties even when they got banned. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, would they had, because I know some films you still can't import. Well, you have to have a certificate to import them these days. Blood Feast is bloody awful. I did think a lot of those probably were. There's the horror channel still exists. Used to be on Freeview, but this appeared a few years back. I kept trying to watch that, but yeah, I never got around to it. Right, here we go. What do we got? Oh, Dracula. We got Freddy news. Is Freddy's versus Jason film a Freddy versus Jason film in was it 1997? If She Had a Hammer, Stoker, Dr. Cyclops, Sleep Stalker. In like Clint, would you rather make movies with Tom Hanks or Brian Usner? Clint Howard, Ron's little brother, has the answer. The back goes on. Interviews the vampire. Yeah, I was just thinking, would Customs have seized them because they're tech, but would they not? Well, I want my late night Belgium art films on the weekends. Yes, I remember very much enjoying Betty Blue when it was on Channel 4, unedited. There used to be a recurring advert for Buried Alive tape, Joe D'Amato's Boy, Amiga, and Beyond the Darkness, banned in 31 countries. Oh, Driller Killer's poster is flipped, giving me OCD. Friday Night C4 used to be the wonderful European art movies of the 80s, 90s, yes. Just after Eurotrash and the Word. I can't believe that Thermrock is getting a Blu-ray from a 4K transfer now. That's a Channel 4 special. Rewatched Beyond the Darkness recently, still pretty good. Probably would have got seized importing those when they were still on the hot list and lost your money in the process, yeah. Right, here we go. Who's here? Clive Barker, special guest. A very young Clive Barker. Oh, Angus Scrimm's going to be there. Ken Faree. George Wilbur. I don't think is George Wilbur still with us? And Ashley Lawrence. Where is that? That is in New York City. There's noises, but I'm not sure. Right, there we go. Postal. Hey, some interview letters. Let me know Jordan deserves tons of praise for making a faithful and quality screen adaptation of Anne Rice's novel Interview with a Vampire. With a short opening night, I was relieved since I was expecting a disaster throughout the project's 17-year journey to the screen. After all, at one point, having Lewis turn into a female transvestite vampire was considered, but Jordan did what few in Hollywood could have by ignoring countless jerks who wouldn't quit screaming about metaphors, homoeroticism, and the costing of Tom Cruise as a casting clerk. There we go. Many of today's genre filmmakers seem to have forgotten away with the idea of what true horror is. They seem so much more concentrated on gore, on effects. Even on one-liners. True horror, they have somehow forgotten. It's all about what happened. It's all about what really happened. I can't read. It's all about what really scares and disturbs us, as one thing that most of today's horror filmmakers almost always avoid that works wonderfully is intelligence. I was privileged recently to offer a screening of the latest offering from one filmmaker who has not gone forgotten these days, Abel Ferreira. Though many people would consider his films as horror, all of them at least embody the something. But yes, people complaining that horror is not horror. Sounds familiar again. Same problems, different decade. Having loved the first Candyman, I rushed to see the sequel when it arrived at the theatres. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh wasn't as engrossing as its predecessor. It had much more graphic violence and gore, but it wasn't nearly as scary as the first. Nevertheless, it had a few exciting sequences and some great effects. Most of the film was basically slasher stuff and some crammed with some cheap false alarm scores. I have to admit, though, it did have a striking visual style and some eerily effective music as the original. The cast is okay, but its predecessor had much more plausible characters. There you go. Oh, No More Crow. I was shocked to hear the proposed sequel to The Crow. It seems almost sacrilegious to me. Even if Brandon Lee's tragic death were not taken into account, it would have been stupid to make such a film. Oh, remaking The Crow or a sequel. Here we go. In regards to the story, was self-contained. It had a beginning, middle, end. Eric Draven's conflicts were resolved, and his revenge had been exacted. The story was over. Who could even attempt to write a sequel? Currently, not David Shaw. Its tragic character of Eric has become another cliched superhero franchise. Is something that would please James O'Barr. Oh dear. Oh, I missed a lot. The Red Triangle. You never hear the media talk about the obscene publication anymore. That was always mentioned in the 80s as justification for cutting season stuff. Blue Amiga got an early VKV release, but it was missing all the good stuff. Of course it was. The Red Triangle is a bit before my time, but I really remember the Red Light Zone. Yes, I don't remember any of these. I bet that tape is worth a bit. Yes. Bravo used to show some horror and smut in the late 90s. Yes. Men and Motors and such, wasn't it? I don't think it's much forever. It's one of those unofficial early 18 covers on it. AVI label, I think was Beyond the Darkness. Red Light Zone. Noel used to set the timer for that. You're all sick. Bravo shows some fun stuff at 9 p.m. At 11 p.m. usually. A lot of experts in tonight. I did not know how she would define the work of Abel Ferreira, the effects of urban decay. Yes. I'm not the biggest fan of his films either. Trying to think of ones I've actually seen. Apart from, I haven't seen Bad Lieutenant. Bravo used to show stuff uncut, then I guess he got in trouble, and Sunday everything started getting trimmed. Even bushes. 85-ish, right? Pleasant. So the motion picture would have just lost one of its greatest performers ever to grace the silver screen. Veteran British star Donald Pleasance, the lovable yet sinister-looking actor, proved to be how talented he was with over 100+ films. I loved him in such classics as The Great Escape, The Greatest Story Ever Told, and Cul-de-sac, You Only Live Twice, Will Penny, Escape from New York, but I always remember his presence as Dr. Sam Loomis, who pursued Michael Myers in Carpenter's 1978 horror masterpiece, Halloween, and its sequels. In my mind, he rates above the rest of the great horror actors. Prince, Price, Cushing, Lee. He has the ability to play any part with finesse and perfection. In a way, I'm looking forward to the release of Halloween 6, but in another way, I'm not, since it will be the last film I will ever see him in. He will never know how much his work has touched me and other film fans. Oh, yes. Hopefully he'll enjoy Halloween 6 then. Right, what's that? People messaging me. First time I saw Death Wish 3 was on Bravo, and yes, it was clearly censored. The Deanna Troy scene was completely messing. Vieira, I quite admire, as he still makes the same kind of scrummy, cheap artist he did back in the 70s. He must be getting on as well. I think I've seen any Albero film after The Body Snatchers 94. So yes, I have seen Body Snatchers. And you see a lot of the lovely ladies in that. Yeah, let me whip it out. Body Snatchers, I have seen that a few times. And of course, I have seen Miss 44. That's a fun film, isn't it? Grape sodaed twice in a day. This is the keyless survive. We can but pray. Since you've lived dead not 10 years, isn't that the spewing up the guts one? That's the trouble with those. Bravo showed a horrid TV version of Death Wish 2 with clothed alternative takes, of course. They killed the giggler, man. It's 45. Oh, Mrs. 45. That must have been the sequel. Death of a Standard Bearer. Oh, Dr. Paul Bearer had died at 66. Don't know who that is. Right. Let's see what I've got. Children of the Corn 3. Oh, no, I've only got Children of the Corn 2. The Final Sacrifice. They went bold with that statement. One of the gigglers maps. That is true. Let's see. Scarecrow Pantheon. Johnny Legend rediscovers his roots in Children of the Corn 3. We've got Freddy versus Jason. Oh, this sounds fun. There we got, not really the whole fucking thing, but we'll try. Ever since Freddy Krueger's talon-fingered mitt reached out of the sand at the end of Jason Goes to Hell and clutched at the Crystal Lake Horror's facial apparel, the fans of the fearsome franchise have been salivating over the idea of team-up between horror. Let's pick up. They want a 1996 release date, says the 30-year-old director Peter Briggs, British screenwriter. Only it is a traditional that they release these movies on the Friday the 13th, and there are only 2 next year, September, December. Briggs, a former special effects cameraman, wrote a script for Hunt, Alien vs. Predator, landed him several writing assignments, says the idea to match Freddy and Jason was an obvious and necessary one to revitalize the 2 series after Wes Craven's New Nightmare. There was nowhere else to go with it. So look. Briggs reveals he was the first writer-approved Star Wars Generation scripters, Ron Moore, and doesn't say much about it. The same with Jason. He's not a guy in a blue boiler suit with a white hockey mask. If you remember the trailer for Jason Goes to Hell with a sort of CGI chrome Jason mask with the flames around it, that's the kind of direction I'm going towards, only more so. There'll be no more sequels after this one if Briggs gets his way. Once ending comes, it promises that's it. There's no way you can do another Freddy or Jason movie. Okay. Good luck with that then. Yeah, Bad Lieutenant is watchable. Yeah, it's not even remotely fun. Bad Lieutenant is no head, but I find for very unpredictable as a director. Flashes of creativity, but more often misses. We've talked about this before. I remember vividly watching the 90s ITV showing of Death Wish 2 again. It was the first viewing, but even as a kid, I could tell it was crudely edited. Yeah. After that, Wine produces with his Alien vs. Predator script, Peter Briggs is teaming up. Yes, is he though? Skeletons in the Closet, Leonardo DiCaprio in Closet in Christmas 3. Video crop chopping list currently available. Begotten from 91, Crying Freeman 95, Dark Future, Dead Alive. Oh, that's the company. 1995. Yet another 21st century story of humans fighting cyborgs that have enslaved mankind. Here, a heroic group must save the last human child to ensure its survival from a veteran Beemeister. Glenn Clark, The Edward Story. It's a documentary. Ghost Brigade in 93. Doesn't ring a bell. The Girl with the Hungry Eyes in 95. Christina Fulton is the girl. The Granny in 95. Emily, is that the werewolf one? No. And Heavenly Creatures with Peter Jackson. Oh, yes. And Hellbound. So, let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Oh, Hellbound is supernatural agents of evil have taken up residence in a monastery. Who are you going to call? Why? Chuck Norris, who arrives to kick some demon butt. Oh, he's got this ITV version. Ooh, nice. Watching for an interview, he doesn't seem much different from his characters. I saw the still of that girl throwing up her guts in Fangoria, and it looked like it was a snapshot frame. Turns out it wasn't. Never realized when I first watched it, it actually is the driller. Yes, I didn't find that out until did the watch party. They cut the grate, but left the scene of her crawling nude to the phone before they kill her. That's the best bit. Right, what we got? Ice Cream Man. There you go. Clint Howard, Jekyll and Hyde, David Wicks, and Michael Caine. Oh, follow-up Jack the Ripper with a made-for-TV version of Robert Louis Stevenson's favorite. Filmed of Cheryl Ladd. Don't remember that one. Did that come out? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Ken Branagh directs and plays the man who creates Robert De Niro with great makeup. The Road Killers. Craig Schaefer's band of sadistic thugs terrorizing Christopher Lambert and his family. That sounds familiar. Scanners, The Showdown. Telekinetic cop. Daniel Quinn's past comes back to haunt him. As a scanner vampire, Patrick Kilpatrick, of course, he once put away, breaks out 25 million years to Earth. Uncle Tom's Trailers from the Crypt. And Witch Hunt with Dennis Hopper. There you go. Yeah. Seems to be the general consensus for hitting off, even during his films. It has those little bumps in the film when there's a him. Best bits. I'm pretty sure you don't see a crowbar in the ITV version, and it looks like they just punch you in the face. It's just so random. It made me laugh as a kid, which deeply concerns my mother. And yet your name is Fran Sanchez. Where did that come from? Yeah, they did a Jekyll and Hyde Mark again, same production name as Jack the Ripper miniseries a couple years earlier. It's not bad, it's just not as good as Jack the Ripper. Yeah, maybe that's why I don't remember it. So definitely do enjoy the Jack the Ripper. Helena is the best thing about Frankenstein 1994. Yes, she is. The pimple is good too, though. Have a look. Oh yeah. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? What page are we on? Only 12. Let's crack on, people. I ain't got all night. Who is this? The guest of honor. Who is this guy? Why can't I see a name? Raving and drooling. Boy, you horror writers sure are one intense group. Meet Dave Scow. Okay, never mind. Ada Young's contributions to Hammer Legacies. That's okay. Producer Ada Young, far right. I'm Sure she is. Enjoys a rare moment in front of the camera with Veronica, Christopher Lee, and Freddie Francis. That's nice. Lee reluctantly played a semi-heroic count in Taste the Blood of Dracula. Do got the old Draculas. Right. Learn special effects. And baiting beauties. Oh, what's he done? Little period piece before Hammer placed him in modern settings. Oh, don't think Michael Myers has ever watched the Branagh film. Can't say I recommend it. It's not as good as Dracula. Oh, here we go. Toys. Got Werewolf, Vampire, Ash for $54.95. Elvira for $59.95. Freddy, $59.95. Some Hellraisers. Life-size puzzle box, $16. Crypt Keeper does not have a... Oh, down there, $54.95. Yes, Dunkirk is great, but it's not a banner at all. Fans, seek help. Yes, I'd love to be in charge of the BBC schedule of Friday nights when we put on a double bill of old school films like they used to when I first saw Hammer Horrors and all fantasy classics. I was watching another channel made a documentary about that, the old BBC Two, but it's more from the older one, not the 80s double bills like the movie Joe was on. I saw a film called Handgun on Channel 4, way too young. Basically, it's much milder. I spit on your grave. Here we go. Embrace the Vampire. Ooh, here we go. Alyssa Milano shreds her TV image in erotic bloodsucker film from debuting director Anne Goursard. Now, apart from it's got was it Spandau Ballet or was it someone else? Martin Kemp, yes. Apart from it's got Martin Kemp and Alyssa Milano and her tits are out. I remember zero about that film. It was very dull, as far as I can remember. Yeah, obviously Bluey in the night garden went around in Franz's house. But oh, here we go. Here we go. Since she changed her image, Melissa can boss us around anytime. It was kind of a high point for me as a director to work with 50 people in various stages of undress. It did, yeah, he did like the body bags roll. I'm not sure if that says well of the model they used or not. All right, where are we at? Remember seeing Martin Kemp playing the devil in some TV horror series. Byron's got to see this now. We've lost Byron for the night. When I first rented Joker, my friends were so bored they threatened to advance watch me, where I was right about the film encouraging violence. Yeah, it's a fucking dull film, unless you like New York 80s punk music. Ooh, yes, he does look old, and looks like Lopan now, doesn't he? Yeah, it is a bit dull, but you get some great nudity. But yeah, you can just Google the clips. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit. Oh, it's Charlotte Lewis, isn't it, from Golden Child? She's in that. Oh, here we go. Is that her? Oh no, that's Rachel True. Gets literally caught in the vampire's web. In keeping with current tradition, the vampire has a sensitive side too. And I think that's all we're going to see there. There we go. There we go. Then vampire stories are about female passion, which is something that society is condemned that has to control. I have no problem with some ladies getting their tits in. Right, here we go. Inform the troops. Lord Vader has arrived. How much is that? Send no money now. I will be billed for $39 with a star, suggesting there's more, plus the sales tax. Yes, there's if he does drill a guy in the head for about 2 seconds, if not even less. It's got great. I was thinking of Embrace the Darkness. Great softcore vampire flick. Ooh. It wasn't with a drill. Very mistaken. Yeah. There was an national TV documentary about the Amityville horror covering the true story that inspired the making of the book, the movie, and the impact. It's a long story, that one. I watched so many appropriate things as a kid. It's sad to me when I hear Monica just want to watch Disney Plus. Yeah. They don't even get Predator, do they? Right. Ah, here we go. Species, where she pulls the spine out and bird on the toilet. Removing the tingler. Yes, there's Michelle Williams, very young Michelle Williams. Frank McCartney Jr. brought his years of Friday the 13th experience to building a better horror film. Michael Madsen doesn't like the idea of being stuck in the middle with Seal. It drills a tramp in the forehead. Yeah, it wasn't just yeah. It was that scene is definitely there, but it's very quick. Careful now, you get the fucking Secret Service after you. There you go. So such an intelligent being, it might have made a cocoon a little more inconspicuous. He may have left Jason behind years ago, but horror isn't out of Frank Mancuso Jr.'s blood. Well, hello there. Disney Plus is more inappropriate for kids from what we watched. Kids today have it more polarized. They can watch things containing mild peril without getting anxiety when they look at their mobile and watch hardcore porn Asian hiding. Yes. Ever heard of hang on. Lots of nude Sherilyn Fenn. That's what we want. Meridian. Kiss of the Beast. Let me make a note of this for research purposes, of course. How are we spelling that? Talk amongst yourselves while I make some notes. Thoroughly. Meridian. There we go. Make a note of that. Right, for a brief time I had Disney Plus, they had Predator and they even had French Connection with the N-bombs intact. People saying bad things on Disney. Species was great, its sequels were not. No, 3 sequels. The second one's alright, but it doesn't have any tits. Right, it doesn't have her tits. It has strategic strapping and wet negligees or something. But yeah, most kids they don't have the attention span to sit through a movie. My son doesn't. Not interested. Watch 100 reels for an hour and a half. We're gonna watch a film. Species is she's not really the villain. Ooh, isn't she? She kills a lot of people. Species soundtrack sounds very Hellraiser. I think it's the same composer, Christopher Young. I've got the box set Species. It's all the thing. We'll just read by the original. Yeah, that's the only one worth watching. Oh, there she is. When I learned with the Friday the 13th films is that if you don't deliver on the effects, you didn't have a movie. The female of the species is more deadly than all males put together. Okay. What's this? Home makeup artist Kenny pays lip service to Alfred Molina. Do you even see what happens to him? He's on the bed, isn't he? I don't even see him. But yeah. It felt that to make Species special, we had to get to the director who wasn't making his 6th or 7th genre movie. Dear. I've not seen the trailer, no. Not the latest trailer, like the original. Species 2 grew on me. I used to think it was great. It's an alright horror movie, isn't it? I remember renting Species and Under Siege the same night when they just came out. There's a night in, but yeah. She kills people who are dicks. Alright. Right, here's what's out on video. We've got American's Deadliest Home Video with Danny Bumage, The Fear, I remember that poster. Movie promises to plumb the darkest niches of the human phobias, but the only fright it manages to generate is the fear that is an unsufferable bore that will never end. Oh dear. We got Sleep Stalker. The last thing we needed another lame straight-to-video attempt to create a new supernatural villain in the league of Kruger or Candyman. Of course, there's nothing wrong with permanent, no, something like that. Big words. What are a great double tits and fights? Did Death become? When did Death become? I don't think. I think it might have its own issue. Before this, I remember Fear. The Fear, a totem pole killer or something. That makes sense. Why he looks like he's wooden. Yeah, it looks like the Cooper Man. That's what I was trying to think of the name of it. The wood thing, yes. That's what I was thinking of. Bit of varnish. There's Sleepstalker, Edwards. Yes, that's the Tim Burton one. Puppet Masters. Puppet Masters is good. Aliens, invasions, body snatchers type thing where parasitic aliens stick to your back and plug into your brain and then end up controlling you. And somehow it's got Donald Sutherland in. But yeah, I can't say it's very cinematic or anything, but it's a good fun time. Exciting roller coaster movie. Exactly, yes. There you go. It's sort of like X-Files. So it's definitely came out around X-Files, and it's very similar to that. Man and a woman investigating. There's the granny. So it's not the Stella Stevens, a new entry in the low-budget derby, proves everything relative when it comes to attempting a franchise. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this one. It wouldn't be a good idea for Granny to show up for bingo in her frame of mind. Master of Puppets, exactly. Let's rock. I'm not scared of not scared of turtles. It depends where it's going. They're around the same time. Not a Seeger fan, but I always like the Siege one too, mainly because of the villains and Erika, of course. Fake tits. I can't remember the others now, but yeah, I think you might be correct. Can't remember what the third round was. I've got 3, probably some slashes. Stella Stevens has great tits, natural too. I'm trying to think. She does look familiar. What else is she in? Who is this? Heather Elizabeth Parker raised their ugly heads. But she does look familiar to me. Here we go. The verdict on Judge Dredd. What do you think it's going to be? Yes. That's shockingly bad. Yeah, horror, then Scream came out and changed everything. Wow. A lot of copycats. There's my Screams. Not one of them nearby. 7. I got 7. Don't even know Scream 2. Where's Scream 2? Oh, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Damn this place. Can't get anything. Right, let's see if they like Dredd. I dare you to unmask him. Full details about Judge Dredd. It's got a lot of good practical effects, at least. And Amanda Santa is going nutsy. Stallone admits that he had never heard of Dredd before he became associated with the project. Unlike Batman, Superman, and a number of other comic book characters that have been transformed successfully to the movies, Dredd is still relatively unknown outside the native Britain. The fans just have to grow up. The guy's got to take his helmet off. You've got to find out. You've got to find out this man's a human being, says Danny Cannon, the director. It's a toss. Oh, hang on. Erica, car. It's wild that I can look up and watch any movie online, but I'd rather be able to go to the video rental store and choose 2 films for a limited selection than I watch on a Saturday night. That is true. I think you got, if you have at least 2 streaming things, and then you got what's on 100 and something channels, and there's still nothing to fucking watch. Yes. Actually is getting a TV sequel now with Carl Urban. I guess he's finished with The Boys. He had great tits. The verdict on Judge's Toss. It's a good kind of shite. It's a good game on the SNES. The magic is gone. You don't like Dredd, Mike? What's wrong with it? Exactly. See, I randomly started thinking about Dredd 2012 when I was going for a walk this morning. Still a great film that was so poorly marketed. It should have been a new franchise. It should have. I know everyone said, "Oh, it's just like The Raid," but coincidences. The costumes and designs were amazing. Best combat action ever. Most accurate by a film. Great film. You know, the direction felt like being on drugs. The slow-mo was a bit too slow-mo. I watched it. I think it was in Australia at the time. Yeah, 2012. Was it? Or was it earlier? I remember it was 3D. I watched it in 3D. Moves. Who's got moves? I'm wearing my girdle. Right. Oh, did they? This could have been King Arthur. This could have been Roman. It's intrigue. It's mystique. It's timeless. And what's classy? That's what style we have, and that's why we can kick Batman's ass. There you go. There's Return of the Living Dead 3 and Jason Goes to Hell. Congo. This is what we're here for. How scary can gorillas be? Take a trip into darkest Africa with Frank Marshall to find out. Oh, look, there's Kathleen Kennedy smiling away there, who's not retiring. The Rage stole their script but got their film out first. Both were low budget, so that's why I thought, well, we can't go around the city doing stuff, so we'll just have 90% of the film on one location. Made sense. Where's the Raid 3? Haven't seen it. The Sly version put me off. Everything Dread forever. Oh, if in that case, you're like Dread 2012. It's got some badass stuff in it. Kathleen Kennedy is unsackable, yeah. Stallone really lost his way in the 90s till Rocky Balboa in 2006, yeah. He did Copland, which got a lot of praise, but then I think then he went back to doing stuff like Driven. It's only that now that Alex Garland gets more or less directed that film, that Pete Travis guy hasn't done anything since. Although Alex Garland stuff's gone off the rails since Ex Machina or whatever it is with the nudie scenes. But what am I looking at? Congo's explorers discover something much more frightening than an elephant's graveyard. Tim Curry finds himself in another Rocky Horror Show. Even with 3 films of experience fighting deadites, Bruce Campbell's no match for Congo's creatures. Yeah. Spoilers. All's well as long as Peter doesn't take Amy to see the 3D gorilla at large. Grey hair is not a sign of age and weakness when it comes to these apes. We're not pulling any punches with the kill sequences, but we don't go for a lot of on-camera gore. Yeah. Yeah. Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, and Specialist. They're his best. I think Daylight was a misstep. Too far in action man movies we all love. Watch Dread 2012, borderline perfect for its episode. Yeah, it's great. Great action, great gore. Great fun. The Specialist, yeah. I saw Congo in the theatre only because I read the book and was curious. It's a piece of shit. Hey, I won't have a word said against Congo. No, I didn't get to see it in the cinema. I remember renting it. It's not a great film. They were hoping for the next Jurassic Park. The Copland was good. I always find it mad that Copland, that there's a small town right next to New York City. Yes. And it makes Sly version look like a kid's movie, and I used to like it. Oh. Yeah, Judge Dredd with Sly is very much fun, and then Dredd is a lot more serious with a lovely Anderson girl, isn't it? Congo, the Saturn game. The Sega Saturn game is crap. They've tried so much with that film. Fans will hunt out. I trust the VT community to movies. There you go. That's why I'm here. Right. Crack on, people. See, Dread 2012 is generally good. Not pulling any punches. It's a 12. Yes, I was trying to think. A guy's head gets thrown at someone, but that's about it. Everything is like flashy, spinning stuff that you don't see. Copland's great and all. It's got great actors and having a great story and everything, but it's just there's something missing. But there's Julian Sands in Arachnophobia. What's he got to do with this? Now, one of those heads is, isn't it one of the guys? It's not the guy from American Werewolf in London, is it? That's the other head. Good old Clint Howard, bless him. Massive forehead. Silent Night, Dead Night 4. But people don't realize that doing a horror movie is hard work, and it's not like doing a sitcom. Yeah, what was that? Evil Speak, yeah. First full-on foray into fantastic cinema. Sloan should have worked with better directors instead of the ones he could push around and go along with his bad ideas. That is also true. I think Sly's hearing issues in that movie could have been left out. Yeah, I don't know. Was it the whole point is that he could be a proper policeman because of it, and then that's why he's just down there. Oh, gotta love some Carnosaur. What's that one? Fist of the North Star with Gary Daniels. I messaged Gary Daniels earlier because you hadn't seen my message from 2 years ago. I saw he was about. Rescue Man is not comedy at all, but it's a good sense of humor. It's good and twisted. There's Juna Sands, and I was looking at the picture of the monkey, getting very confused. Oh, look, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. How much are these? 80 quid, 80 quid, $125, $140, $400 for the, what is that? 37 inches. Jesus, you killer. All right, Dark Knights. Who's this? Elliot Goldenthal. He was, of course, he did Batman Forever and just on Alien 3, which might never get released because clips of Alien 3 just get blocked. So don't expect to see anything from Alien 3 from me unless I get permission to use it. I'd rather go down experimenting with worry that something is going to sound than worry that something is going to sound like everything else. But there you go. What did you do? Pet Cemetery score? A fickle studio and not the title creature were the main threats. Yes. So the company's composers work on Alien 3. Hey, Detox is fucking awesome. Who said bad things about Detox? Oh, I'm right. What was I right about? Oh, here Clinton has maintained since birth. Yeah, I saw 80s fucking or 90s probably. Married with children. He's just the same haircut. Nice, it frizzy. Top Man's great, but I can see how it ruined the career. His career put after doing a drama. The studios didn't know what to do with him. And ended up making Detox, which is a bit shite. It's good shite though, like Headhunters. That and I've never seen Driven because I've heard it so bad. Copland isn't entertaining, it's very bleak. The trailer made it look like we are going to have another First Blood, and the neuro looks like Rupert Puckby in it. All things true there. Love Evil Speak. That was Evil Speak a Visio Nasty, or was it heavily edited? No. As much as I love Detox. It's a good thing you're not with me tonight, Mike. You'd be kicked off. Fist of the North Star can't work in live action ever. Great anime, though. There you go. Detox is a mess. It totally wastes natural gas. That is also true. Yes, Detox and Virus probably came out around the same time. Don't remember the Fist and All Star live action one being much good. It's okay, just not worth owning. Virus is a great double bill with Deep Rising. That is also true. I always find Detox boring, but it's just like The Thing. It's got Robert Patrick. Who's in it? Charles S. Dutton. I probably think I saw them a few weeks apart. There you go. I definitely saw both of those in the cinema. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I get blocked for 2 seconds of a fucking clip of other stuff. I remember renting the live action Fist of the North Star, my mother taking the piss out of it throughout. God bless your mum. I discovered Deep Rising, then pretty by coincidence discovered Virus the following night. Now, if I... there you go. I got my... I see Relic. I see Virus. I see my finger stuck. I can sort this shit. I can't get the bastard. Move that. It's like Tetris down here. Right. What are we doing? Okay. Where's Deep Rising? Deep Blue Sea. Where's Deep Rising? All my 90s ones are all over the place, but yeah. There you go, Virus. 18 certificate. Settle back to be scared, shocked, and mightily entertained, says the Daily Star. Trust them, don't we? I think, are there species too? There's Scream, yeah. So we've got 2 rows of 90s films. That's why I can't find them. But carrying on, near the end, I think I also saw the Relic around the cinema. Yeah, I definitely saw Relic. What was it? Virus and Deep Rising all in the cinema, which is crazy because they just go dumped onto streaming these days. Fist North, I watched on Sci-Fi Channel. Oh dear. Late 90s was the era big budget B movie monster flicks. That is true. Same for that. Right, like, yeah, what? I can't remember. My mate Dick Warlock's in it. Gets his head bitten off. Gary Daniels flunked out of school of acting. I'll tell him you said that. Deep Rise of Monsters were a better grab boy. This, that is true. Google says 97 in UK, Mike. I remember a very hammy Donald Sutherland performance in my. Yes. Early 90s was Stalkerish Lunatics. I don't think JLC likes virus. No, I've heard it's just a paycheck film for everyone. Them. Right, here we go. Realize Your Gene with Joe Blisco. Right, good with numbers. What's this? Who writes all these direct-to-video sequels anyway? Mark Sevy, who scripted more than his share, explains why. Okay, what's he done? The Class of 1999 Part 2. Students look like old enough to have been in the Class of 84. The Scanners sequels. The Alligator People. Ghoulies. You won't see Ghoulie. Oh, you won't see Ghoulie 1 in Ghoulies 4. Scanners, The Showdown. All the greats. That's all right. Excessive Force 2. Oh, that was bad. In which he's described as a Femina Keita meets the Avengers. It's neither of those, unfortunately. She's called Halloween Kills a masterpiece. Yeah, that's when she was promoting it. Yeah, the one she got an Oscar for, which he didn't deserve. What else has he done here? Right. There we go. A role-playing world allows you to battle against the forces of evil. Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu? I can never pronounce that. Cthulhu. Nerd Games. Tales of the White Wolf. What's that he's doing with his tongue? Right. We can buy... Oh, look, there's the book Relic. I'm guessing it's the same one. Yeah, right up with Jaws or Alien Relic is a heart of darkness. Nightmarish comes to bloody ground in a cultured and creepy halls of a New York museum. There you go. Terror on Tape and Rulers of Darkness. I think there's many Relic books. There you go. Cthulhu, yes, that's it. I've heard that. That sounds right. If you told teenage fans I would feel that way about Jackie I've in 30 years' time, I would have looked at you weird. Well, yes. And we're getting a Freaky Friday sequel. So she said a few times. She does seem like horror films, yes. Evil Dies Tonight. Oh, fuck. I just got that out of my head. Thanks, Byron. Right, what else we got? Vert. Don't know that one. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. A horror cinema. Whoa. Okay, what we got? Movie magazines. The Shadow. Oh, yeah, I've still got some of those, but I wish I could find Rambo 3 and Rocky. And all, well, only of those. I'm trying to think which ones I have got. I was supposed to do next. Movie magazines. Number 2 was supposed to be Goonies. Oh, I got Rambo 3 and Gremlins. So that was supposed to be this. I'll have to do that May. There we go. Who's this? Director and that's this is continuation stories, back issues, the Gore Store. I don't classifieds. Gay, widow, gay. Oh, widow. Right. Sex, shocks, and sadism. A to Z guide to the erotic horror films on video cassette. Sounds charming. Uncut and uncensored splatter gore videos. You get 3, buy 1. You buy 3, you get 1 free. All prices under 5. I can't read that. Under 5. $18. Argento, Fuji, Woo, plus Zombie Cannibal, Asian, and Uncut Studio. I bet they're fucking terrible quality. Videos for sale. Howling Wind Music presents Trilogy of Horror, rare video soundtracks, and t-shirts. Flicks for the sick. Tragic acts of filth in uncut form on video. Argento, Barbia, Damantio, John Woo, Jackie Chan. Catalog straight to video. Eurasia videos. Half of these you wouldn't have to read if you had the magazine. Right. Yes, what I say, Short Round should have been in Indy 5. Yes. Yeah, his replacement was terrible. Yeah, everything all at once. I remember nothing about it. I was just, yeah, it was all right. Yeah, Short Round Guide seems lovely. Maybe next year we could ask him in person. Because he's just done an action film, hasn't he? But it's not very good, isn't it? It's like a romantic comedy action film or something. Right. Movie posters, illustrated X-Files merchandise, Catalogue of Carnage, Dracula, Far East Flicks, Accept No Substitutes. A lot of Rotting Head Deathware, real intense art for a catalogue and some stickers. Please send £2.50 or $2. Does online leave you wanting? Need more mayhem for your money? More gore for your... Don't know what I word is. More drip for your drachma? Then get online and call Garth Goyle and Bohemoth. Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise. Still popular now. Chucky, Freddy, and T2 dolls are here. Yes. Indeed. She wouldn't get. Yeah, she wouldn't get about as. Hang on, who got them out? Where's Byron? What's Byron said? Get back here, Byron. X-Files merchandise ad is season 2. Yeah, collectible stuff straight away. He knew what he was doing. Conventions. Fanix 9, a tribute to classic horrors in July 95 in Baltimore. It's going to be guests: Robert Quarry, Count Yorga, William Marshall from Blackula, Lupita something from Spanish Dracula, Jane Addams from House of Dracula, and Greta Thortheisen from Terror is a Maori dealer and ticket vote. Posters with horror film themes created by someone. Schaffeler. Confessions of a Mass Murderer. Vicious, gory. Find out how strong your stomach really is. Send $12. Increase your income potential. Ooh, hang on a second. 9 successful strategies to make more money. Don't be left behind. For more info, send $10. Sounds like a plan. Yes. Want to be a millionaire? Send me $10 and I'll tell you how to do it. What's that key fob? Build your future. What is that? New design bike. Rare Arkham House novels. Lovecraft, Bradbury, and more. There you go. Gunnar Hansen fan club. Bless him. Join Princess Leia's Cooks Fans Club. Princess Leia's Cooks Fan Club. New movies and merchandise. You should call these people up and see if they answer. Like Graham Norton used to phone weirdos on his doggy life. Yes. Still got Skype. Some credit on Skype. But I might save that for Nick Castle. Right, there we go. Continuing from page 1. Yeah, there we go. More. Oh, there's Robert De Niro's Creature. Deluxe Creature with neck. It's $80. Or no neck for $50. And Tales from the Crypt. I'm not sure either of those look like the Crypt Keeper that I know. Over the heads and gloves. High quality latex Crypt Keeper gloves. Not known for wearing shirts. I did think of having a live show of phoning celebrities trying to get an interview, but could be very good. Could be quite awkward. Who is this person that's done a few photo shoots? Where did I miss them out? Byron. Right, she gets them out. She wouldn't get them out. Machete. Is that someone? I'm trying to think. I can't see who he mentions. Oh, Lohan. Yeah, I watched that fucking film where she's a stripper, and it had that porn star guy act doing it with her, and then it wasn't worth watching. That's it. It dropped Manx on the mirror van. Yes, they found him. That's what he looked like when they found him out in the water. Right, here we go. I think, back to that board game of vampires. Yeah, those masks look less than appealing. They don't look worth $80, which would be $200 or $250 now. Oh, I think we are done. We are done. Lohan or Lopan. Did I say that? Lindsay Lohan. There you go. Of course, yeah. What is she in her 40s now? Crazy. Maybe I can ask the Olsen twins on. Now they're of age. But there we go. Let's remove that. Make me big. Ah! Give me move around the screen like a professional. Don't want to see. Oh yes, that Paul Schrader film. Yeah, Paul Schrader film. Lindsay Lohan as a stripper. What could go wrong? Fucking everything. Well, there we go. Thanks for Mike for joining me again. Oh no, he didn't. Couldn't be asked, I think he said. But anyway, that is it from that episode. I'm not gonna fucking sleep thinking of Lopan's nutsacks. Thank you guys for being here. Always fun to chat to you. Ian's nice. He can stay. Yeah, you sorry. What it's like? Oh, I don't know I can't log into the computer. I can't remember my password. I can't do this. I can't do that. My internet's down. All fucking excuses. Right. Anyway, next time we'll get him back on. I might even let him choose the episode. So we got Hanson Wanted here, got Sleepy Hollow in the back. But thanks for Ian, and he's still alive too. There you go. Paul Schrader. But yes, laugh, enjoyed it. As usual, thank you. That's what we hope for, a bit of fun. But yeah, got The Relic in the background, Dawn of the Dead, Deep Rising, and 200 other episodes we can do. Remember the time when I got pinned for JLC? Yes. Hey, Tom. The order of television made demands you to take this magazine, take down. Oh dear, this magazine. Did they? Oh dear. But thank you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for Origin. Spy Who Loved Me, and then probably won't see any of you for Water the night after. But yeah, I'm going to watch The Sword and Sorcerer now, and we have tomorrow off work. Yes, I don't know if the Americans do, but here in Britain, hang on, I'm going to adjust my camera. I moved it. There we go. Got to get the tits in. Smashing. Nice night, everyone. Yes. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Take care and ciao, I should say.
Bye.
Ciao, Constable.
Ciao?
Ciao. That's a familiar Italian expression meaning goodbye.